Tonight, a young gay comedian on acting without a tongue. Hi everyone, welcome to the program. I'm Andrew Whiteside. My guest is Eli Mathewson. He's a TV presenter, a comedian and an actor. You might have seen Eli Mathewson doing stand-up comedy or hosting a late-night show on TVNZs U Live. There's no doubt this young, versatile performer is making his mark on stage and screen. So, Eli, welcome.
Hello.
Nice to have you here.
Nice to be here.
Now, we've never met before, but I saw you on stage in Titus, or Titus Andronicus, which was Shakespeare's play, and you were playing Lavinia, and she had a hard time.
Life's not very fun for her. Basically, no one even lets her talk. To start with, she's the girl that gets bandied about through different husbands, and then when she finally thinks she's happy, she gets her tongue cut up and her hands cut off, and she gets ravished, which is an old way of saying raped. So
a hard role.
Yeah. And this came up we did it in our third year of drama school, so that was kind of like a real breakthrough moment for me when we did it the first time, and then got to do it all over again.
And of course, you're a stand-up comedian as well.
Yeah.
So hard job.
I find stand-up not necessarily easier, but less stressful than acting for me. I find it easier to get up on stage and be myself than I do to be a character. I stress out more about perfecting a character, whereas stand-up is kind of like a nice break from that for me. It's like all I need to do is get up and say what I think, and hopefully it's funny. And
you were nominated for a Billy T Award this year.
Yeah.
And you've won twice in the Fringe Festival.
Yeah, best comedy. Me and my friend Hamish, who's from Christchurch, we used to do theatre sports together in Christchurch, and then we wrote a couple of plays, which went all right. They're kind of like plays, but not very, especially the last one was us in Velcro suits, Velcroing different costumes on to ourselves, so it's kind of like there's no illusion of the fact that it's us. We're not trying to create great theatre or anything, it's just fun. Yeah.
And the comedy festivals around the world, because you've been to Edinburgh as well, have become really big business. And here in Auckland, it's become big business as well. So it must be quite fascinating, but also quite challenging to be a part of that.
Yeah, well, it's cool. It's exciting, especially when you go overseas. It's a different thing because, especially my generation of stand-up comedians, there's like 6 or 7 of us, like doing it that are my age. Whereas once you go overseas, you see so many other people and people coming out from so many different aspects. Like we did the Melbourne Comedy Festival in May, April, sometime this year. It happened this year sometime. But I mean, in Australia, there's like 4 or 5 young gay male stand-ups, and they're all making business. Whereas in New Zealand, I'm the only gay male stand-up as far as I know. So it's a whole different world, and seeing lots of more different people your own age and coming from a similar background to you overseas is really exciting, and to see what they're doing with it.
Are you bringing more gay themes into your work, the stand-up work, or?
Yeah. In fact, to be honest with you, now I'm trying to lessen it, because I just did my show for the comedy festival was called Proposition Great, and it was kind of about marriage equality, and it was about me coming out, and it was about all those things. And I kind of think now maybe I'm done. I wrote pretty much an hour-long show about being gay. I need to write some things just about life, because I'd love to be able to get up and for it not to be an issue, and for me to do things like mention my boyfriend but not have to make a bit about me having a boyfriend, if you know what I mean.
So it doesn't have to be political, it's just got to be funny.
Yeah, it's just got to be funny.
Because in your comedy, what are the central things that you find funny that you like to take an audience on a journey with?
I do lots of pop culture things, lots of stories about movies and TV shows that I like. But I found when I was writing my show, one thing that I really like doing is telling just horribly embarrassing stories about myself. I have this one story about this, just because I didn't come out till I was 21, so I dated quite a few girls before then, and I have a few just like horrific stories of experiences in that vein. And so I like doing that. I like sharing stories about my embarrassing life.
Even being gay and dating gay men can be embarrassing as well at
Oh,
times,
yeah.
you know? I mean, it's that whole social and awkwardness of social interaction when you're trying to impress people, particularly, I guess, when you're young too. You know?
Yeah, and because there's less media out there about what dating is. You know what dating is for straight people on TV because you see it all the time, but you don't know what. It's only now that we're getting gay characters in TV shows that aren't the best friend, you know? So it's kind of like there's no model for what your life is meant to be like. And I think that is indicative of that comes up in any interaction I've had with another gay person. It's like, what are we supposed to do as a gay couple?
What's your sense now of general youth culture, particularly in New Zealand, towards lesbian and gay people?
I think most people are pretty supportive of the gay community, especially in young people. Like "Same Love" by Malcolm Moore is one of the biggest songs of the year already. And I mean, I haven't. Not that I'm openly say that I'm gay on the show ever, but people don't have to look very far to find out. And I haven't had any negative comments yet from anyone. And our show's all about social media, so we've got comments coming in all the time. And I think even when you see that kind of thing does happen, usually other people will come in and tell them, like, you never have to. If there's a forum and someone says something negative about someone being gay, I don't think an administrator needs to come and tell them off, because usually the other people using the app or using the forum will tell them off anyway, because there's so many people that are supportive of gay rights.
There still seems to be a bit of a lag, doesn't there, though, between where our community, hopefully, the wider community has moved on to a degree, but there's still a lot of self-esteem issues for young queer folk. Yeah,
and especially, I mean, thinking that I live in Grey Lynn now, and that's, so I'm probably in the most gay accepting area in the country, and I hang out with actors and comedians and people, so it's a community where that sort of stuff is so accepted, whereas I know sometimes when I go out of town and do a gig in a small bar out west somewhere, there's a different sort of reaction. So I think everything takes time, I guess, but we're on the right track.
My final question, do you have any thoughts about the secret to a successful, happy or fulfilled kind of life?
I don't feel like I should at 24 years old. But I think it's just about doing what you like doing and not caring what other people think. I think the biggest thing that I faced growing up was trying to be too nice and trying to just be nice in every situation, trying to have people like me all the time. And as soon as I realized that I didn't have to be nice all the time, not that I'm now an asshole or anything, but shifting my focus from just being a pleasant person and actually going for what I want has made some good changes in my life, I think.
Eli Mathewson, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure.
Thanks for having me. It's been great to meet you.
That's another show. Thank you for watching. I'll see you very soon.